Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a crazy day in the soap world. We have so much to unpack regarding the absolute nightmare unfolding in Las Vegas. Grab a drink and settle in because things are getting dark. Let's jump right into the madness. And it all starts with that text message. But we really need to back up a little bit, because Sharon was already on edge. Chelsea had just called her in an absolute panic. Chelsea was screaming through the phone about Adam going missing, and Matt Clark telling her that Nick was dead from an overdose. So Sharon was already out of her mind with worrying. Her heart was probably pounding out of her chest. And then her phone buzzes, a text from Nick, or so she thought. But it wasn't Nick. It was Matt Clark using Nick's stolen phone. And Matt knows exactly how to play Sharon. He knows what buttons to push. So he sends this text claiming he has Matt tied up, telling her to come to Vegas, and Sharon just buys it. Because she is desperate, because she wants to believe Nick is alive and winning. So she grabs Noah, and they head straight into the fire. But honestly, Noah is just as blind here. Because Noah is a hothead, he is just like his dad in that way. He wants to protect his family. He wants to confront the bad guy. And he has been texting Matt anyway, calling him a coward. So Noah is all fired up. He wants to go to Sin City and finish this. And they get on a plane. They fly out there, just running on pure adrenaline and fear. They rent a car. They drive out into the desert, away from the bright lights of the strip, away from any kind of safety or civilization. And the whole time, you just know this is a terrible idea. But they don't stop. They just keep driving. Because they think they are going to rescue Nick, or watch Nick take down the villain. But they are walking right into a trap, a massive, deadly trap. And then they pull up to the address. It is this creepy, abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. It looks like something out of a horror movie. Broken windows, rust everywhere, dust blowing across the dirt parking lot. It is totally isolated. Just sitting there in the middle of nowhere, and Sharon gets this feeling. A bad gut feeling, because of course she does. Her instincts are screaming at her to turn around, to get back in the car and drive away. She even asks Noah if they should go in, but Noah is determined. He is staring at this rundown building and he just wants to get it over with. So he pushes them forward, and they step out of the car. The heat of the desert is just beating down on them. The wind is howling a little bit. It is just a perfectly creepy setup. And Matt Clark is probably watching them the whole time, just waiting. So they walk up to the building, and they are looking around, trying to see if anyone is there. And then they hear it, a voice. It is faint, but it is definitely Nick. He is calling out for help. The voice sounds weak, it sounds desperate. And that is all it takes, because Sharon hears that voice and her brain just shuts off. Her maternal instincts, her romantic history with Nick, everything just overrides her common sense. She hears Nick crying out in pain, and she just runs. She doesn't think about traps, she doesn't think about Matt Clark, she just thinks about saving Nick. And Noah is right there with her. He hears his dad, so he charges in too. They just rush right through the doors of this dark, nasty warehouse. Not even stopping to look for wires or cameras. Just blind panic. But the second they cross that threshold, everything changes. They run into the darkness. And then they hear this massive, heavy sound. Bam! The heavy iron door slams shut right behind them. And the sound just echoes through this empty warehouse. It is loud, it is final, and it is terrifying. The lock clicks into place, and they are plunged into darkness. The only light is just filtering in through some cracks. And immediately, the panic sets in. Sharon spins around. Noah tries the door. But it is locked tight. They are trapped. It is a cage. A literal tiger's den. And they just walked right into it. The realization hits them like a truck. They didn't find Nick. They found Matt's trap. And they fell for it completely. And then the room lights up a little bit. But it isn't the main lights. It is a security monitor up on the wall. The screen flickers to life. And there he is, Matt Clark. His face is projected on this dirty screen in this dark room. And he is smiling. This sick, twisted, arrogant smile. He looks so smug. He looks like a guy who just won the lottery. Because he did. He got exactly what he wanted. He looks at them through the camera, and he starts talking. His voice echoes out of these cheap speakers. And he tells them the truth. The awful, sickening truth. That voice they heard, the desperate cries for help from Nick. It wasn't real, it was a recording. Matt had recorded Nick, probably when Nick was high out of his mind on the drugs Matt gave him. Or when Matt was torturing him, Matt took that audio. He edited it. He spliced it together perfectly. And he played it on a loop through a speaker near the door, just to bait the hook, and Sharon just freezes. She is staring at this screen. And the horror just washes over her, because she realizes what she has done. She didn't just walk into a trap, she led her son into it. She brought Noah here. She dragged her boy into a psychopath's dungeon. And the guilt is just suffocating. You can imagine the look on her face. The sheer terror, the absolute devastation. Because Matt Clark is a monster, and now he has her son. And it is all because she believed a text message. Because she didn't stop to think. because she let her emotions control her. And Matt knows this, he feeds on this. He loves watching her suffer. He loves watching the realization dawn on her face. He is soaking it all in, every second of her pain. So Matt just keeps gloating. Because he can't help himself, he is a classic villain. He loves the sound of his own voice. He tells them how easy it was, how predictable they are. He says something about his collection, his Newman family collection. And that just sends a chill down your spine. Because he is treating them like trophies, like bugs pinned to a board. He says his collection is almost complete now. He has the brothers, he has the ex-wife, he has the son. It is a family reunion from hell. And Matt is the host. He has turned this abandoned, filthy basement warehouse into a tragic family prison. He built this specifically for them, to break them down. To destroy the Newman legacy piece by piece. And then the lights flicker on in the back corner of the room. Just a dim, nasty fluorescent bulb buzzing to life. And Sharon and Noah turn to look. And what they see is just gut-wrenching. It is a nightmare come to life, because there they are. Nick and Adam, the two Newman brothers. And they are in bad shape, really bad shape. They are chained to the wall. Heavy metal chains locking them in place. They look exhausted. They look defeated. And they are covered in injuries. It is just a brutal sight. Seeing these two strong, powerful men reduced to this. Tied up like animals in a slaughterhouse. Nick is barely coherent. He is slumped over. His head is hanging down. And we know why. Because Matt has been pumping him full of drugs, fentanyl, and whatever else that dealer Justin gave him. Nick is caught in this terrible drug haze. He is sweating. He is shaking. He probably doesn't even fully realize that Sharon and Noah are standing there. He is just lost in the chemical fog that Matt forced him into. And it is so sad, because Nick was trying to be the hero. He came to Vegas to stop Matt. And instead, he became a victim of his own demons. Matt weaponized Nick's addiction against him. And now Nick is just a shell of himself, chained to a wall in a dirty basement. And then there is Adam. Adam is right next to him. Also chained up, and Adam looks terrible too. He has this massive, bloody wound on the back of his head, because Matt smashed him with a fire extinguisher earlier. Adam was trying to help Nick. He found Nick unconscious. And Matt snuck up behind him and bashed his skull in, so Adam is bleeding. He is dizzy, he is probably concussed, but he is awake, and he looks up. And he sees Sharon and Noah. And the look in Adam's eyes is just pure defeat, because he knows it is over. He knows Matt has won this round. Adam tried to play the spider game. He tried to outsmart Matt with Riza, but Matt was always 10 steps ahead, and now they are all paying the price. And Noah is just standing there, looking at his dad, looking at his uncle. And Noah is furious. He is clenching his fists. He wants to rip Matt apart, but he can't. Because Matt is behind a screen. And they are locked in a cage. Noah is helpless. And for a hothead like Noah, helplessness is the worst feeling in the world. He screams at the monitor. He curses Matt out, but Matt just laughs. That cold, dead laugh, because Noah's anger means nothing to him. It just makes the game more fun. Matt wants them angry. He wants them scared. He wants them to feel exactly how he felt when his life was ruined, because we have to remember why Matt is doing this. This goes way back. This is deep, dark history. Matt hates Nick with a passion that is hard to even describe. Matt blames Nick for everything that went wrong in his life. The arrests, the injuries, the humiliation. Matt even ripped out his own breathing tube once just to frame Nick. That is how dedicated this guy is to ruining Nick Newman. He doesn't just want to kill Nick. Killing him would be too easy. Too fast. Matt wants to destroy Nick's soul. He wants Nick to watch his family suffer. He wants Nick to know that he failed to protect them. That is why Matt lured Sharon and Noah here. Not just to hurt them, but to torture Nick. But Nick is too out of it to even process the torture right now. The drugs have completely hijacked his brain, and Matt knows this. Matt planned this. He wants Nick to wake up from this haze and realize that his son and his true love are locked in a cage with him. Because of him, the guilt is going to eat Nick alive. If he survives the fentanyl, the guilt will finish the job. And Matt is just sitting somewhere safe, watching it all unfold on his little monitors. Eating popcorn probably, just enjoying the show. It is sick, it is twisted, but it is brilliant in a really dark, messed up way. So where do they go from here? The situation is completely hopeless. They are in a locked bunker. Nobody knows they are there. Chelsea is back at the hotel, freaking out. But she doesn't know the exact address of this warehouse. Victor is back in Genoa City, dealing with corporate nonsense and his war with Jack Abbott. Victor has no idea his sons and his grandson are locked in a death trap. The Newman family is completely fractured right now. And Matt Clark is taking full advantage of it. He isolated them. He picked them off one by one. And now he has them all in one place. And let's talk about the warehouse itself, because the rumors are swirling. The spoilers have been hinting at an explosion, a massive explosion in Vegas. And looking at this setup, it makes perfect sense. This abandoned building, the locked doors. Matt Clark's endgame. He isn't going to just keep them down there forever. He is going to blow the place sky high. He probably has the place rigged with C4 or gasoline or something. He wants to erase them from the map. He wants the Newman family to burn in the desert. And Sharon and Noah just walked right into the blast zone. Sharon is going to have to dig deep here. She is a therapist. She knows how to talk to crazy people. She is going to have to try and profile Matt. Try to talk him down through the camera. Try to appeal to his ego. Because that is the only weapon she has left. She can't physically break the chains. She can't bust down an iron door. She has to use her mind. But Matt is so far gone. He is so consumed by revenge. I don't know if any amount of therapy talk is going to reach him. He is a psychopath on a mission. And his mission is almost complete. And what about Adam? Adam is a survivor. He has been in bad spots before. But he is chained to a wall with a head injury. And he has to look at Sharon, the woman he has a massive history with. The woman he always kind of wanted to protect. And he couldn't protect her. He couldn't even protect himself. The spider persona failed him. He thought he was the smartest guy in Vegas. He thought he was playing Riza. He thought he was playing Matt, but Matt played him. And Adam's arrogance led him right into these chains. He has to sit there and bleed and watch Sharon panic. It is poetic justice in a way, but it is also just really tragic. And the tragedy of it all is just heavy, the whole family dynamic. Nick and Adam fighting side by side, only to end up chained side by side. Noah trying to be the brave son, only to become a hostage. Sharon trying to be the savior, only to become the bait. Matt Clark orchestrated a masterpiece of misery. And we are just watching it play out in real time. It is gripping television. It is the kind of soap opera drama that keeps us glued to the screen. But it is also exhausting. You just want them to catch a break. But in Genoa City, or in Vegas, breaks don't come easy. So we are left with this cliffhanger image, the heavy iron door, the dark room, the flickering monitor with Matt's smiling face, and the dim light shining on Nick and Adam in chains, Sharon crying, Noah screaming. It is a tableau of total despair. And the clock is ticking, if Matt really does have a bomb. Or if he plans to just let them rot. The stakes have never been higher. The Newman family is facing their darkest hour. And we are all just sitting here waiting to see who makes it out alive. Because someone is going to pay the ultimate price for this, you can feel it. The tension is just too thick, and honestly, I am stressed just writing about it. My fingers are flying across the keyboard because there is so much raw emotion in this scene. You can literally feel the panic radiating off Sharon. You can feel the cold steel of the chains on Adam's wrists. The writers are really pushing the envelope with this one. They are not holding back on the darkness. Matt Clark is cementing his legacy as one of the most ruthless villains in the show's history. He is right up there with the worst of them. And he is doing it all with a smile on his face. We will have to see if Chelsea can put the pieces together. She is the wild card here. She is out there. She has her intuition. She knows something is deeply wrong. If anyone is going to bust down that iron door, it might have to be her. But she is just one person against a madman. And time is running out. The dessert is unforgiving. And Matt Clark is even worse. So buckle up, everyone. The next few episodes are going to be a bumpy ride. We are going to see tears. We are going to see blood. And we are probably going to see an explosion. Keep your eyes peeled. Because this Vegas nightmare is far from over.